This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
It is Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie for your Friday podcast, talking about matching tattoos. I mean, it's a big moment, isn't it? And people, it can be a tornado, love. You know, when you get swept up in it, Kate, that first couple of dates, you think, oh, this is it. This is the woman that I love.
I hope you're not having a matching tattoo after the second date.
Oh, without a doubt. After a couple of cocktails, I'd be keen as to go and get a bikie to do a tramp stamp on my back for love.
Then you need to call then. You're the people we want to speak to.
Well, actually,
matching tattoos.
A high-profile couple did this, didn't they, yesterday?
Yeah, they did. I'm going to tell you all about it in the podcast.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Kate, we're going to talk cats now because there's a woman in Tampa over in the US. She's just passed away, left her mansion and her inheritance, which was...
Try it again.
Inheritance to her 7 cats, multi-millions, all to the 7 cats. They get over $1 million each.
You hear these stories, but you never think they're true.
But see, I don't know if you've been introduced to the Kifness on the show, Kate.
What? The what?
The Kifness is a guy, he calls himself the Kifness, and he just takes cat noises, so like a cat noise like this. And then he puts it into a song.
Oh, okay.
And you're really excited about it. It's got a bit of enya to it, doesn't it?
Is he popular, this guy?
Really popular. The cats love him. They follow him. He's like the Pied Piper with cats.
Are you a cat fan?
Yeah, I love cats. I do.
Okay.
Now, we're going to get a cat soon, so we're going to have a dog and a cat. Yeah. Wippa hates cats. I think everyone else loves cats on this show, don't they?
I like cats.
Yeah, cats are great.
I love a cat. I grew up with
cats.
Would
you leave multi-million dollar
inheritance? I definitely would not. My family would kill me if I did that.
So Nancy Sawyer is her name, and she passed away, and her best friend, she doesn't have any family though, this is the thing, her best friend Yana said she had 2 problems, shopping and cats. She had too many cats in the house, which caused a bit of a few problems. The other one was shopping. When she passed away, she had 50 Dale Tiffany floor and table lamps around the house.
Oh.
She just loved them so much, she kept buying them.
It sounds she's got some things.
She had over
going on.
5,000 pieces of jewellery. She had 200 statues and figurines around the mansion as well. And the cats just used to knock them over. She just loved shopping and cats. So when she died, she said, I'm going to give all the money to the cats.
Well, let's be honest. Sometimes your pet can be nicer to you than people around you.
This is a moment as well where someone gets involved and they fleece all the money from the cats and go, well, we're in charge. I'm a lawyer. I'll look after this. But the cats still live in the house. Someone comes and checks on them twice a day just to see if they're okay and the house isn't out of control or on fire.
But then what's going to happen at some point?
Well, the cats will die.
And then where does the money go?
I don't know.
Oh, there'd be something in the will.
Give it to the Kifness. This guy deserves the money.
Yeah. The cat poster boy.
Beautiful song.
Have you checked out whatif.com's top 10 winter weekenders yet?
How good's a what if tip?
Tweed Heads is in there, Lakes Entrance, Albury, Bendigo.
Yeah, you better book your winter getaway on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
If you have a matching tattoo that you regret. I don't think we want to hear from people who just have matching tattoos, do we?
Well, my wife and I have True written on our hands together, which was our wedding song.
Do you regret it?
Do you know what yeah, sometimes.
No, the wedding.
Oh, yeah. It's, every now and then you ponder and you look out across the horizon and think what you could have had. And then you look at your beautiful wife and you go, I'm so lucky to have what I have.
Yeah.
No, I took a photo of her the other day. We went out for breakfast and she just had her hand up against her face like that. And I said, can I just take a photo of you.
I thought of you when I saw that. I thought, geez, he's a bit of a romantic, I think, Fitzy. A bit of an old romantic.
I made her
think it's
pay for
lovely.
breakfast,
Yeah, you
but-
bet you did. Does hers rub off? Because it's on the side of your hand there. Is hers as
No.
kind of smudged as yours?
Hers looks really, really good. Mine has rubbed off. I've had to get it redone 3 times.
Oh, okay.
But there are a lot of these. I mean, when it's a cyclone of a romance and you're right into it and you have a few drinks and you go out, there's nothing better than let's go get a tattoo together.
Yeah, I want to prove my love to you, and the best way to do that is to get ink. The thing is, all relationships hang on. Some relationships don't last, and then you have a constant memory of the time you had together.
Have you got any tattoos at all?
No.
Have you ever considered it?
I have, and then I think I've said this before. When I'm considering a tattoo, because I know I've finally lost my mind. So there are people in my family or people that are close to me who I've alerted. If I ever start talking to you about getting a tattoo, call my doctor. Firstly, I'm so indecisive, so that's probably saved me some from tattoos that I would end up regretting. We're talking about matching tattoos because, of course, superstar power couple who have been spending so much time in Sydney of late, Rita Ora and Taika Waititi.
Yeah, they're on the front. I saw the front of Vogue the other day as well. They're magnificent shots.
That was I think their first photo shoot and big interview together.
They're
incredible
a great couple,
images.
aren't they?
Well, they are. I don't know. Like for people who are so incredibly busy, 2 very full-on careers, I don't know how I end up seeing so many photographs of them wandering the streets of Sydney, drinking coffee, and then yesterday getting matching tattoos. They went into a Sydney tattoo parlour. It sounds as though they just wandered in there off the street. I mean, I would have thought you had to make an appointment for something like that, but maybe if you're Rita and Taika, you don't. A place in Chippendale. What's the name of
Chippendale.
it here? Rising Tide Tattoo Studio.
Beautiful.
So in Chippendale, they've gone in there and they have now have matching tattoos, which I'm not doubting that it's not.
Do you know
gonna,
what the tattoo is?
It's apparently a little croissant with
in
a
joke?
smiley face.
Oh, that
She
might be a
seems-
little emoji or something, is it? Is it
Maybe. She seems to have it down on her forearm. You know when people, what are they called, that style of tattoos now where it's like someone's just
The
thrown a
sleeve.
whole lot of tattoos at them and they've kind of fallen like, little fairy dust of tattoos all over the body.
That's the big one. Instead of the full sleeve, you just get a few all the way up the arm.
Yeah, dots and triangles and Vegemite jars, things like that. Anyway, they did get married in January or the end of last year or something, so I'm sure they won't regret their little...
Alana in Penrith, do you have a
Pastry.
matching tattoo that you regret?
Yes, I do.
What do you have?
So, backstory. My mum, for years, nagged me to get a matching tattoo with her.
Yeah. Mum.
Finally gave in, and of course, being in her, 60-year-old, they're not into the same things as us 20-year-olds are into, so she wanted a good old love with an infinity symbol and all that lame stuff.
Yeah, beautiful.
So... But then we decided to personalise it by putting each other's date of birth underneath it, so it was to do with each other. So I've got love with an infinity symbol, really big, my mum's date of birth on my wrist.
Yeah.
I went first, so my dad hates tattoos.
Yes.
So when my mum went and got her one, to soften the blow to my dad, she got his date of birth instead of mine.
Oh!
So now I have this tattoo for my mum, and she has this cute love tattoo for my dad.
Oh, my... And he didn't want anything to do with it. Let's go to...
He didn't even care.
He didn't even care. Lisa in Jordan Springs, matching tattoos. Lisa.
I definitely have a matching tattoo. It's a Chinese symbol in the tramp stamp position with my ex-husband who had an affair with my friend.
Oh, no. Can you add to the Chinese symbol and maybe turn it into a phrase or something, Lisa?
No, it means eternity, apparently. I mean, it could mean anything. It's on my back. I can't see it.
Yeah, I guess so. That is the bonus of having it in that spot. Did he not quite understand what eternity meant, Lisa?
Obviously not.
Could you change it to fraternity? I don't know. I was a frat girl back in the day. Scotty in Eastlake, tell us about your tattoo, mate.
I don't really have any sort of questionable tattoos, or no, I don't have any matching tattoos that I've got with anyone. I do have a matching tattoo with my wife. I've got my wedding date on my ankle, which she actually did on me. It actually looks all right too.
Oh, there you go. But Scotty, are you ringing up? You're not the one that actually tattooed Rita and Taika, is that correct?
I actually am. Yeah, that's me.
Did you know that they were coming in, Scotty?
Yeah, I did. All my appointments are by appointment only anyway.
Yeah, gotcha. What's your waiting list? How long to get in to see you, Scott?
Usually at this time of year, because it's a bit colder, it's a bit quieter as well. So generally, I'm only a couple of weeks in advance, maybe a month at most.
Were you nervous, brother? Like I know, I mean, when you're an artist, do you shake sometimes when you're having a high profile in?
No, you know what? The only person that's actually ever made me nervous that I've tattooed like a high-profile person was Abby Chatfield.
Oh, Abby!
Really? What did she have done?
I didn't shake, but I was nervous, you know. I did like a little tattoo for her when her dog passed away. I did Marco on her inner arm.
Oh, Polo.
Oh, wow.
But Polo, yeah.
Good one,
but
Fitz.
with Rita and that, one of his mates actually got in contact with me on his behalf. He just dropped me an email and said, "My friends are in town. You might know them. Can we organise a day?" And I had time, so I got them in. I mean, I would have made time anyway. But
Scotty, first time you've done a croissant with a little face on it?
No, I think I did a croissant probably quite a few years ago. I can't really remember. But
Scotty, the croissant king.
Yeah, do you know this?
It's definitely a memorable one.
Do you know the significance of the croissant for them?
It was, so the croissant was for Taika and his mate, which they both got the matching tattoo. It was a bit of a like an in-joke, like with the shape of his mate's muscle and like on the back of his arm, who's actually their personal trainer.
Gotcha.
And it was a bit of an in-joke, and it was, you know, they were laughing about the shape of his muscle looking like a croissant, so they decided that they were both going to get a croissant.
So did Taika, Rita and the mate got it as well, Scotty?
No, it was just the mate and Taika. The three of them got the little smiley face with, instead of eyes, it has no written above it. So it was like a smile, but no, if you know what I mean.
Ah, great.
So the three of them got that. And, just Tiger and his mate got the croissant.
Well done, Scotty.
She
well done.
opted against the baked goods.
That's a story to talk about for the rest of your life, Scotty, you know, with your mates.
I'll have to...
Yeah, it was a good one. It was definitely the most high-profile customer that I've had.
Yeah.
well
What would you do for me? I'm tattoo-less, so if you could recommend me something like a big lion across my breastplate.
Snake and dagger, lower back or something like that, Scott?
No, I've already drawn up something for you, Kate.
Have you?
It's a home and away logo.
Oh, well, no, that's not even funny.
Like we could do it as like a tramp stamp or something like that.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, Scotty. I'll get your details.
Hey, Scotty, before you go, did they give you a tip?
No tip. No.
Damn.
I actually did it for free too.
Oh, they owe you big time. Did you get...
Yeah, I'm sure they'll shout me out or something along those lines.
Well, I think we just did.
We helped you out there, big fella. Well, thank you for giving us a call.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
This morning we woke to see how much oxygen was left on the Titan 5, and we know the occupants in there, how much longer they had to go. Now, the authorities over there that were taking part in the rescue mission had a press conference early this morning. This is what they had to say.
This morning, an ROV, or remote-operated vehicle, discovered the tail cone of the Titan submersible approximately 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic on the seafloor. The ROV subsequently found additional debris. The debris is consistent with the catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber.
So you would think it was a quick death with the pressure that would have a crack that emerges, and then obviously what happened afterwards. But MDG, there's been quite a bit of controversy over this, and a lot of people are getting involved now.
Well, considering this is not the only company that runs underwater submersibles, as they're called, James Cameron, director of Titanic, has been down to the Titanic 30 times. Yeah. Has spent, he quotes, he spent more time on the Titanic than the captain of the Titanic. And one of the things that has become clear, and this is what is probably frustrating for those who have just witnessed this loss of life, is that many letters were sent to this company saying, what you're doing is too risky.
Yep.
You are putting people's lives in danger by going to that depth with a vessel that is somewhat untested, and people who are doing this all around the world are looking at what you're doing going, that's going to fail.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
that's going to end badly. I think we were chatting yesterday about MDG. Aren't parts of this vessel made from things you could find in the garage?
Yeah, and Bunnings. I mean, it's handmade. I mean, obviously no one makes these things necessarily, parts from NASA and whatnot, but there's a budget, and some are more high budget than others. And obviously this is one where people looked at it and said, hey, you shouldn't be taking 5 people down there. James Cameron, who has spoken this morning, I think wrapped up quite beautifully why this has been so haunting for so many people. Have a listen.
I'm struck by the similarity of the Titanic disaster itself, where the captain was repeatedly warned about ice, and yet he steamed at full speed, and many people died as a result. And for a very similar tragedy where warnings went unheeded to take place at the same exact site, I think is just astonishing.
Yeah.
We were talking about this before as well, about insurance and stuff like this. Like, how do you?
Can you get insurance if you're an individual, you're worth over $1 billion, and you say, I'm going to go on this vessel this far down to see the Titanic. I'm going to pay $250,000 to do it. Like, what happens to your life insurance? I mean, we were only talking about it in the office. You know, you go and have a facial and you have to sign a waiver if anything goes wrong.
Yeah.
Let alone doing something of this magnitude.
Well, with space exploration, you would think it'd be exactly the same. You couldn't get insurance for it.
And this billionaire, Hamish Harding, is one of those who had so much money that he could do with whatever he wanted, and so did go to space and has gone down here and is just one of those adventurers. And when you do go on it, there's a whole bunch of waivers that you do have to sign. It says you are taking your life in your own hands, obviously, and I guess the life insurance, whatever, I don't understand how any of that works anyway. But when you're the kind of person that has the amount of money that can push life's envelope so far, you have to find the things that are on the absolute periphery of human ability. And when it goes wrong on such a knife edge, it happens instantly, and it's catastrophic.
Catastrophic. 5 people have passed away on the Titan 5.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Michael's a bra boy from Maroubra. What do you want to talk about this morning, Mick?
How are you guys? I won a full $23.80 last night on the
Hey, well done. Are you going to go to work today, Michael?
I am. I found some other good news out last night as well. I'm going to become a dad.
Oh, Michael!
Wow, for the first time?
Yeah, first time.
Mate, how long have you been trying for, Mick?
We hadn't. We sort of talked about it and said, let's sort of try for one at the end of the year, and sort of came a bit early, so say I'm efficient.
Because it's just up to you, isn't it, Michael?
Totally.
One-person job.
Michael, that is great news. Are you a bit nervous about it, mate?
A little bit, but keen for it.
Yeah.
Very keen.
You've got to make the decision at some stage of your life, isn't it? But it is. I mean, going into it, your nerves, you are freaking out. You've never done anything like this before. Actually, Jess, our producer for everyone out there as well, had a beautiful little baby boy with her partner Tones, little Harry. And so they've been trying to catch up on sleep as well. So we just want to send the best to those guys as well. But congratulations, Mick.
What great news.
Joanne from Glenorrey. What did you want to talk about, Joanne?
Oh, yes. I hope Michael doesn't do this in his parenting career. Yesterday you were talking about losing your children.
Oh, yes, losing your kids and you didn't know where they were. They were missing.
Yes, probably about 6 times in our parenting career, but 3 times in 1 week.
Oh, no, what happened?
What happened? Well, the first one was probably a blessing in disguise. The kids were probably about 7, 5.5 at that time.
Yeah.
They were in what it was back then, Grace Brothers, so it's Maya now.
Oh, yeah, Grace Brothers.
And so I was there with the kids, and my daughter Michaela wandered away. I had my eye on her, but she lost me.
Yep.
So I was watching her, and she sat on a chair, folded her arms, and started to cry. So after that incident, I brought him home, and we had a little talk that if you get lost, don't panic. Just go up to a Grace Brothers lady, and they will call me over the PA.
Yeah,
and I said, if you get lost in the centre, just go into a shop and get someone that works there to help you.
Yes,
and so that was the talk for the day.
Okay.
So that week, we ended up going to Avoca for a week away.
Okay.
So what happens again? We're in Maya or Grace Brothers. And
God, you love your Grace Brothers there.
The sales were on.
I mean,
yeah, choices back then. This is 2003.
yeah, a lot of choices in Grace Brothers, yeah.
So we're in Grace Brothers, and we're in the kids section, the clothing section, turn around. Matthew goes missing.
Oh, no.
Where the hell's Matthew?
Matty,
I panicked because I turned around and I saw the door to the car park. I thought someone's taken him and snatched him and driven off with him. So I freaked out. So I went up to one of the workers and said, we've lost our son. Yeah. And then out of the blue, he comes around the corner. Mum, Dad, where were you? He was in the electronics section because they had Nintendos or whatever it was back then.
Yeah, he was playing video games.
And he was playing video games while we were shopping.
Okay,
so that was that.
One quick, Joey.
Yeah, and then the last one was on the beach. So we lost Matthew on the beach. He was digging a hole with some kids.
Oh.
And then we turned around because our routine was to go to the rock pools.
Was there a Grace Brothers at the beach, was there? Oh, very good. Very good. Oh, Joanne, that is a good story. Tommy, this is going to be hard to give away the $100 this morning.
Oh, I know. What a story.
Quickly, we've got to get to Gary in Blacktown. What do you want to talk about, Gaz?
Mate, good morning for starters.
Oh, thank you.
But I'm just feeling a bit heartbroken at the moment, and I just need a little bit of, support.
Have you lost? You split up with your partner or something there, Gary?
No, mate. It's Wippa. You know, I've had a bit of withdrawal from Wippa.
Oh,
and,
well, you're the only one.
Mate, I was feeling that yesterday, and I thought I'd give you a ring and just let you know that Wippa does matter.
He does. Does he really?
He matters to me.
Yeah. Okay. What is it that you miss about him?
Just the weird jokes,
Yeah.
Really. It sort of makes me mourning, but you guys do a fantastic job, but it's just...
You need him. Do you know what I was thinking about on the way into work this morning? And he will be absolutely shattered about this, Tommy.
Yeah.
That we do have Jason Derulo at 7 o'clock and Whipper's not here for it because he loves Derulo.
Should we press pause on Derulo for today and do it when Whip's back?
Is Whip on his way back? Eddie had business class. Is he on his way back?
Not yet. Very soon. Do you think you want to FaceTime him during the chat?
I was going to say...
that's nice.
Because I might have something else on.
Yeah.
And he could maybe do it, I don't know, from the air, or he could... I did see that Lee's put up some photos of him in his Speedos. His Whipper Speedos.
Oh, yeah. We should put those on our socials, actually. They're very confronting.
I think we may have.
Oh, we have already? Okay, yeah, they're very full on.
Put them up. Well,
I'll try and
we made a deck of cards out of those shots, didn't we?
Well, the ultimate deck head cards, which you can win
well, do you know what?
Oh.
Gary's getting a pack of ultimate deck head cards.
Oh, yeah.
Well done. They're yours because you love Whipper so much. And I can't pick between Michael and Joanne, so they both get $100 to spend at the Iconic.
Oh, you've lost your mind.
Oh, it's Friday. Oh, it's crazy. Jason Derulo's on his way in and I am out of control.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast. Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie's I'm Still Standing. I'm still standing.
This week, all new celebrities, including Olympian Sally Pearson and Human Nature's Phil Burton, will light up the dance floor on Dancing with the Stars, Sunday 7 o'clock on 7 and 7+.
Jono in Menai, you're playing against Kate this morning. You're off to Fiji. You needed the $500 for that, Jono?
Yeah,
Yeah, I do, thank you.
All right, mate, we'll try to get it for you. You got to get past Kate, though. She's representing Sarah in Janelli today. You want to escape the cold with a trip somewhere sunny, Sarah?
100%. Take my sisters away. Come on, Katie, you can do it.
Kate, you're under pressure here. Jono's going to go first. You get one wrong, Jono, power goes over to Kate. Whoever has the power at the end of 60 seconds, 500.
Okay, here we go. Come on, Jono.
Come on.
Jono, your 60 seconds starts now. Which actor played the role of Freddie Mercury in the film Bohemian Rhapsody?
I'll pass that one. Thank you.
Okay, over to Kate. Kate, true or false? Twisties are releasing a new cinnamon donut flavour of Twisties.
True.
That is correct. Sacha Baron Cohen is married to which Australian actress?
Isla Fisher.
Yeah, that is correct. What is the key ingredient used to make hummus?
Chickpeas.
Yes. Who are the Sydney Swans playing against this Saturday at the SCG?
West Coast.
Yes, Kate. Which film is older, Top Gun or A Few Good Men?
Top Gun.
Top Gun is correct.
The original.
Who was spotted wearing velvet oxblood brogues in Paris recently?
Oh, that guy, John Simon. No, Wippa.
Lucky, yes. What is the Brisbane cricket ground commonly known as?
The BC.
The Gabba over to Jono. What is the main colour of the social media app Snapchat, Jono? Doesn't matter. Jono's got it.
Sarah. So good. You deserve to win. So good. Bad luck.
She did so.
Bad luck for you.
Very long.
I know.
With
You are amazing.
Oh, you two. There's a love in here.
You're amazing.
You are the best. Jono, $500, mate. Enjoy Fiji.
Jesus, I did nothing to win that.
Yeah, you did well, mate. That's why it's so good, that
what
game.
we do here.
This week, all new celebrities, including Olympian Sally Pearson and Human Nature's Phil Burton. They're going to light up the dance floor on Dancing with the Stars, Sunday, 7 o'clock on 7 and 7 Plus.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Kate was up at a podium. What was your local nightclub down?
Chevy's.
Oh, Chevy's. Are you serious?
Remember in Campbelltown, Queen Street?
Awesome.
Campbelltown. It was called.
I can imagine.
Chevy's, or at the Catho. We'd go to the Catho. I didn't go to the Catho a lot. It was just a bit difficult for me.
Catho was a bit popular, wasn't it?
It was very popular. Schooners and pokies and a bit of dancing.
Sweat coming off the ceiling. Well done, Kate.
I want to talk about going and having expensive plastic surgery done overseas. Have you done it? How did it go? Because you hear loads of horror stories where you end up thinking, I should have just paid the money and had it done at home. So 13 24 10, if you have ventured overseas, there's this guy. I have to show you the photo. I've been madly trying to Google this bloke. Here he is. He's a model and he lives in the UK, and he's gone to Turkey to have veneers put in.
Okay.
So something that might normally cost, like $20,000 or something
minimum.
He's paid about $5,000 instead. Yeah. Now I don't know if you know what the process is, but when you go and have the veneers put on, the teeth underneath, to make room for the veneers, which are kind of like caps on top. Yeah. They have to shave them down.
Yeah, of course, because then it just looks like. I mean, that's the chompers call now, and you see a lot of people. When you run into someone and you've known them for a while,
and you're like,
and then all of a sudden their teeth are twice the size, and they are fluorescent white,
and they look. I don't know if they are proud, but they look mighty proud.
Yes,
because they like that, and their lip. I know. I've worked with a few people too who all of a sudden, I know what you mean. Yeah. Oh wow, we're just not mentioning that you've got new teeth. And their lips kind of sit out on top.
Well, you've got to get used to it. This is the thing. It's the initial. It's like when someone shaves their head for the first time, or they go to or whatever, and then all of a sudden you didn't have hair before, but now you do.
Yeah.
We've just got to get used to that. That might take us a couple of weeks.
It's so awkward because they're not just saying anything about it, like it's always been there.
Yeah.
I think that's why they shave them down, is so you don't get the protruding.
Yes.
lips. See, I can't even speak with my finger in my mouth. Anyway, this guy, he goes, has the teeth shaved down, puts the veneers on. Yeah. It prides himself, I think, on the way he looks, very much so, by the photographs. Comes home to the UK and ends up with a really nasty infection in there. So it's
not like you can go back down to the dentist and get it fixed.
No, you can't call the guy in Turkey. He's not answering the phone all of a sudden. So he gets really bad breath, which I guess is the first sign of an infection, and then an abscess in there. But what he does is he takes the veneers off, and that's what he looks like.
They've shaved his teeth down. They actually look like they're sharp dog's teeth.
Yeah, he looks. Well, they look all like they're all canines almost. He looks like a shark. This is what he's saying. He calls them. He said, "I can't put the veneers back on, but now I don't even have my original teeth anymore."
And it's going to cost him twice as much to get it done in the UK than going back to Turkey.
Yeah, it's going to cost $20,000 or something. But because he's a really smart guy, he gets talked into going back to Turkey to pay again. He's paid £4,500 or something the second time round, and they are still dodgy.
BJ was, when she was a flight attendant, there was quite a few, because they all used to live together in one building, and a few of the girls went over to Thailand to get boobs done because it was a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
dangerous.
No, I know that you hear those horror stories always on a Current Affair and 60 Minutes and things like that, and we've discussed many a time the people who go and have the BBL.
Yes,
and that's awful as well.
Big booty lift.
The big
bash
keep
league.
Saying that. It's the Big Bash League or the Brazilian butt lift.
Brazilian butt lift.
Yeah. So anyway, if you're going to do it at home.
Okay.
Or don't do it.
Don't do it at all.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie.
Hey, that's a secret. Podcast password.
If you want to get your hands on stacks of great prizes, just head over to our Instagram stories at Fitzy Wippa Kate and enter this password. Today's password is...
croissant.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Time to wind up, but before we do, I'll tell you what, this is big. We're all about money can't buy experiences, and have we got a very special one for you? You can get your... Oh, there's a drone. This makes it more serious. You can get your hands on something so rare, it has to be seen to be believed. You are going to... we're having a couple of weeks off now, but when we get back, you will have the chance to win Kate Ritchie's car. Now, listen up to this.
The one that's parked in the car park.
Yes.
Badly.
Yes.
Right now.
Can you tell everyone what kind of car it is?
It is a Subaru Impreza.
So the name of the competition will be Nova's Impreza for Kate Ritchie's Impreza.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
I love this.
Okay, so
what do you got to do?
Well, you got to keep listening on Nova to find out how you can enter to win, but you need to impress Kate. That's what you need to do. It'll be a talent show. Now you could be singing, it could be dancing, it could be, I don't know, impressions.
I'm not looking for a new boyfriend. It's not that kind of impress me.
You can do anything that you want. What's your party trick?
Can you give us a bit of, how is it a new Impreza? how hard should I be trying to win your car?
It's a great car. I mean, it's done me very well, and I mean, I'm just glad the car can't talk because if it could tell a story or two, it certainly would. But it's about a 2019. It's got about 45,000 on the clock. Leather seats.
Can we, the car's just not enough. We need a bit more Kate Ritchie in it.
The car's not enough.
No, we need...
I don't come with the car.
We need... We'll get stories out of you in the oncoming weeks.
Okay. Oh, you mean pack the boot, put things in the glove box.
Yep.
I mean, you can clear out my glove box if you like. I'll leave the mess in there.
I want some old merch from the Lifesaving Club. Oh, just keep turning it up. Shania Twain, I'm happy with that. I want stuff from the Surf Club, from Yabby Creek. We'll keep filling it up with stuff.
You know what we should do? Let's all get together and have a brainstorm in the holidays.
Yes! I'm out of here, mate.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.